Hi, my name is Frank Tocco, and this is the first video of a series that I'm doing on how I pick private label right products to sell online. A lot of people have been asking me how I do that, and I'm going to show you the little process that I do before I build any website. Okay, so if you go over to Google and you type in something like master resale rights, you'll come up with a website like this, Master Resale Rights. Okay, and what this is let's click on that and have a look at it. It's just a whole bunch of products. Some of them have private label rights, which means that you can totally revamp the product and make it your own. And some of them you sell just as there is. Okay, and they have all kinds of different products here in every niche you can imagine. If you click over on private label rights, these are the ones that offer private label rights. Okay, and I'm going to save a lot of time on this video by not searching, but you can see pretty much you can search through all these. And I came up with a product that I'm already kind of looking at, and it's this one right here. Okay, we're on the same site, and it's called Hatha Yoga Video Series. Okay, and what it is, if we scroll down a little bit, we'll see that you get basically 70 videos that run about 48 minutes, and you get the source files to the MP4 videos. Okay, and also you notice the release date. I like to pick products that are released recently. If they were made like 10 years ago, this is probably all over the net already. So what we're going to do here is immediately scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm just going to skip what this is all about here and just look and see what kind of distribution rights and what kind of tools they offer. So yes, it comes with a sales page, a template, a couple different versions, and it comes with the graphics. But what I'm really interested is in what kind of rights do I have to this. Now what that means, I can just buy this product. Let's scroll up really quick. I can buy this product and then resell it for whatever I want and keep all of the profits. Pretty cool deal. Okay, so we're going to look down here and see I do have resale rights to this product, so I can resell it. I just can't give that same privilege to someone else. I don't have the right to sell the rights to somebody, and I can't change the product and make it my own. Okay, no private label rights. I can't give it away for free, but I can offer it as a bonus with other products. If you notice here, it does not come with full product copyrights. I cannot call this my own. Okay, and I can't change the graphics either. It does allow me to modify the videos a little bit if I want to add more content to it. That's not a problem. I can package it with other products. Now that's really important, because you'll notice as more and more people start to sell a product like this, especially one that you can't change, I don't have the graphic or the product copyrights to it, what starts to happen is people will lower their price to make a sale. I would rather package it with other products and create more value so I don't have to lower my price. People will pay for what they get what they pay for. Okay, I can add it to paid membership sites. Now this is really important because I'm going to show you how you can leverage the sites that are already ranking for these kinds of keywords that we're going to do some research on, and actually get it onto their paid membership sites by offering them part of the sale, and I get the backlinks. I get links from already authority sites in that niche coming back to my site. Okay, I can't add it to free sites, and I can't publish it offline. Some products you can publish offline. You can take these videos and put it onto a DVD disc or a CD-ROM or something like that and actually sell it offline as a DVD. But I can sell it on auction sites like eBay and Amazon and things like that. Okay, so now that I know what I can do with this, the next thing to do is to find out if there really are people looking for something called Hatha inspired yoga. Okay, so how we do that is really simple. We come back over here to Google, and we're just going to type in Google keyword tool. Okay, and it should be the first result that comes up, and you click on that, and it'll take you to a page like this. Okay, now just to save time, I've already put in, well, here, let's just do it from scratch. Okay, I'll come back to this tab and let it load for a second. Now, first thing you want to do is put in a very vague term like Hatha Yoga. Okay. Now, before I hit the search button, I want to make sure my filters are set on the United States and English language. I also want to come over here where it says broad and unclick that and click exact instead. Okay. And what that's going to do is it's going to show all the search results on Google when somebody types this exact term, Hatha Yoga, into Google. And these are monthly searches globally, all over the world, and locally would be whatever we have our filter set to, in this case, the United States. Okay, so that's 60,500 globally and 14,800 in the United States. That's huge. Okay, so if we scroll down a little bit, I'm going to look at related searches. So we look over here, what is Hatha Yoga? That has 1,900 people asking about it. Hatha Yoga poses is 2,900 people. Okay. If you come down a little further, well, here's Hatha Journal. I believe that's a site that already exists. And then there's Hatha or yoga poses and yoga video. These all have high numbers of exact searches for that. So what that means is if I build a site around this, I'm going to build some pages that describe yoga poses, and that's going to be the keyword I'm going to target. And I'm also going to do Hatha yoga poses, and maybe even come down here and do yoga Hatha, which has 2,400 searches. So I could build a site around this. Okay. And if I wanted to later on branch off into other types of yoga that have lots of searches. And if you notice, under this column here, where it says competition, right here, a lot of these have very low competition. So let's find out for sure what the competition is. And here's how we do that. We come over here by Hatha Yoga, and we hit this little arrow and hit Google search. What that's going to do is it's going to open up a new tab in Google with that particular search, Hatha Yoga. Okay, so once that's up, I'm going to scroll down. The first thing you want to notice is, you notice these ads? I like when I see ads on a keyword that I'm going for, because that means that someone's paying to actually get on that page. And people don't pay for things unless they're making money. Now, to really know if this is making money, you'd have to watch these exact ads for a while. If the same ads keep popping up week after week, that means they're making money. If they disappear after a week or a few days, that means that they didn't find a way to monetize that. Okay? But what I'm really looking for here is the average page rank of the results that show up on the first page of Google when I type in Hatha Yoga. Okay? So how do we do that? You might notice this strange little window here. Nobody's ever seen this before. On the Firefox browser, you can put in a plugin called SEO Quake. That's SEOquake.com. It's on your Firefox browser. And I just download that and install it. And it'll pop these things in here when I have it turned on. And you'll notice it underneath each one of these. If you come over here and click this very first one, the little question mark, it makes all of these load right here next to PR. That stands for PageRank. Now, if you don't know what PageRank is, that's kind of a way that Google judges, the validity or the authority of that particular site. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get the average. So how do you do that? You just add up the page ranks of all of these 10 sites on the first page and then divide it by 10. Okay, so I'm going to add it up. There's 5, 8, 13. Okay, if I scroll down, there's 17, 21, 24, 29. Okay, I'll scroll down a little more. 35, 38, 41. Okay, so if I take 41 and divide it by the 10 results, I get an average of 4.1. Now, what I usually do when I start a new project like this is I'll open up a notepad and I'll put Hatha Yoga, the keyword, okay? Then I'm going to put the number of searches it got. Remember when we went to Google? That was 60,500 and 14,800. Okay, so let's open that up and go 60,500 and 14,800. And then the average page rank is 4.1. And I'm going to do that for some of these other keywords as well. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look at some of these other ones, like, for example, Hatha Yoga poses. Okay, now that's a little more targeted. The videos that I'm actually considering putting out there are actually videos of Hatha Yoga poses, and then it gets 2,900 searches and 1,300 locally. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my little file, and on the next one I'm going to go Hatha Yoga poses, and it gets 2,900. Oops, 2,900 and 1,300. Okay, and then I'm going to find the page rank to that. So how do I do that? Very simple. I come over here next to that keyword, hit the little arrow, do a Google search. It opens up a new tab. So here we are with Hatha Yoga poses as the keyword in Google, and I'm going to come down here, and again I'm going to click this little question mark at the very first box next to PageRank. You notice them loading here, and then I'm going to add all these up. Okay, so you notice in the first spot there's a PageRank 1, which isn't that much of a page rank really, so there's a chance to get on that. But let's add them all up. Okay, I've got 1, 4 is 5, 9, 10. Let's scroll it down a little more. I've got 13, 17, 21, 26, and then the last two would be 30, 33. Divide that by the 10 results, and I've got an average of 3.3. So then I'm going to open up my file, and I'm going to put PageRank right over here as 3.3. Okay, then I'm going to do it for some more keywords. I'll come back over here to the Google AdWords tool, and let's look at some other ones that might get some decent searches. Now here's just Hatha. Okay, Hatha gets 2,900 searches. Yoga poses. Now there's a really good one. Yoga poses, which is what my product's about, gets 60,500 and 40,500. So let's open up this and go yoga poses. Okay, it gets 60,500 and 40,000. Was it? Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, 40,500. 40,500. Okay, I'm going to pause that for a minute, and then I'm going to open that tab up, and I'm going to see what the average page rank is for that. And I just keep doing this for all these keywords. Okay, we'll come over here, open up yoga poses, and let's click on this little circle right here. This little question mark to open up the page ranks on all of these and add them all up and average it again. So I've got 5 and 3 is 8, 12. I've got let's see, 5 and 3 is 8, and 4 is 12, 15, 19, 22, 27, 27 and 5 is 32, 35, 36, 37, 38. Divided by 10 is 3.8. Okay? So I'm going to open this up again, and I'm going to go 3.8 type that in right here. Okay, so I've got a few really good keywords there that I could build a website around. But now I'm going to take that a step further. Okay, I want to know how many people have caught on to this idea, and I want to know what kind of domains are available. Okay, and what kind of traffic I could really expect. And I'm going to show you how we figure that out. Okay, I like to use when I'm doing domain searches. I mean, you can use any kind of domain provider or hosting account, but Network Solutions allows me to see it all on one page. When I use GoDaddy, I can't see all the different results for all of these. So I'm going to type in Hatha Yoga, then I'm going to type in Hatha with a dash and yoga. Okay, then I'm going to type in Hatha Yoga poses, and then I'm going to do that again with dashes. Hatha Yoga poses. And then I'm going to type in yoga poses, and then also yoga dash poses. Okay, and you know what, just for fun I'm going to go Hatha Yoga with a dash poses, and let's have a look at that. Let's go ahead and hit search and see what kind of results we get. Okay, and as you can see the results here, I've got Hatha Yoga poses with just one semicolon, one dash in there. Looks pretty good. Okay, then the ones I really look for are either .coms, next in line is .nets, and then a .info. All these other ones, I've never really been able to make them rank. In a few exceptions with .tv, if I'm doing just a video site, I mean, I could go that route. But I've had, I'm not saying you have to have these domains, but out of 300 websites that I've built, getting a .com, a .net, or a .info seems to work the best. Okay? So if you notice, there's some of these say the same thing. I have Hatha Yoga poses, but it only has one dash in here. And I have Hatha Yoga poses with dashes between all the words. This one is taken. I do have a .info there, but I'd much rather have a .com in any case. Okay, Hatha Yoga is all taken up, and so it looks like if I was going to choose out of any of these, I'd either do this one or this one. Now another site I'm going to show you really quick is compete.com, and the compete.com has all kinds of analysis for websites. I mean, you can analyze your site to death, but what I'm interested in is just one little thing, and it's totally free, and it's right on the home page. Okay, and this is it. I'm going to show you what it is. If I go over to my search results for Hatha Yoga and I scroll down, you notice the very first result here. By the way, whenever you're doing search research on Google for keywords, make sure you're not logged in. If you're logged in, it's going to change the results from what everybody else sees, because it takes into account your friends on Facebook and what they're looking at, and it skews the results. So make sure you're not logged into anything that Google owns, including YouTube or not even Facebook, or I wouldn't be logged into anything like that, any social network while you're doing this. So here's what we're looking at now. We're going to come down to the very first result on Hatha Yoga poses, and we're going to copy that domain. Now remember when we looked at the Google keyword tool, it told us that Hatha Yoga poses had 2,900 searches globally. Okay. When I put that into Google, I want to know how much traffic is this site getting. Okay, so I'm going to open up Compete, and I'm going to copy that URL right in there and hit go. Now keep in mind, this site may be getting traffic from other keywords besides that keyword, but this gives us some idea if they're getting any traffic at all. And if you can see here, it looked like there was a peak there of 1,300, but it's getting anywhere between 500 to 800 hits. okay, which isn't all that great. Okay, now by comparison, if I come back to Google and I just put Hatha Yoga, remember Hatha Yoga was getting 60,500, and I take a look at some of those results. Now you notice the very first position there is Wikipedia. I'm going to skip that one because Wikipedia gets a lot of traffic from all kinds of sources besides Hatha Yoga. So I'm going to go right to the next one that is actually the first one on the result that is about yoga and copy that. I'm going to come over here and put it in to compete. So supposedly 60,500 people are searching for that particular keyword. And again, remember that this site might be getting traffic from other keywords, but you can see that it's getting quite a bit more traffic. 29,000 hits a month, 32. Okay, so those are both good keywords. But as we can see in the when I did a domain search, that Hatha Yoga itself is all taken. Okay, there's not really any domains there that I want to get. So if I had to choose, I would go with Hatha Yoga poses with as minimal amount of those dashes as possible. Okay, so if you notice, this also has some of those keywords in it. Hatha Yoga by itself, which had a lot of searches. Yoga poses is there, and then Hatha Yoga poses. So I'm going to go with that one. Now, there's a few things I do before I actually pull the trigger on this. And another thing I'm going to do is come over here to Hatha Yoga, and I'm going to scroll down until right up at the top actually, and click Images. Now, why am I doing that? You remember when we looked at this product? This particular product that I'm considering does not allow me to change the images or the graphics in any way. Okay, so if anybody else is selling this product, they're going to have to use the same images. So if I do a search for this and I see lots of those images from that product on here, that means there's a lot of people doing this already. So I don't see very many, but I don't see any for that matter. Let's get more specific. Let's go back to the name of the product, and I'm assuming there's a lot of lazy people out there like me, and I'm going to take the actual name of the product and search that, Hatha Inspired Yoga, and see. Hatha Inspired Yoga. Under Google Images, and we'll see if there's people that actually named their sites or... Okay, so here I can start to see a little bit. Here's one right here. Somebody's selling it. Here's one right here. Somebody's selling it. And you can see the names of the sites. Yoga Basic Video Series on Blogspot. Okay, very easy to compete with a Blogspot. Here's one here. Hatha Inspired Yoga. Now, some people might give up right away when they see that. They think, oh, somebody already got the domain. They're going to get all the traffic. But really, they're not. Okay? And let me show you why. If we go back to the keyword tool and we put Hatha Inspired Yoga and see how many people actually search for that by that name, and I bet there'll be very little. Here, there you go. Absolutely none. So yes, they have the domain that's the exact name of the product, but I'd rather have a domain that's the exact name of what people are searching for. Okay, and that's what we're going for. So you see my point. I want to make sure that this isn't just flooded with hundreds and hundreds of people already doing it, and there really isn't that many. I don't see that product all over the place, just a few people. Okay, so that's not a bad shot right there. I would go for that. Now, there's a lot more to it than this, but this kind of gives you a general idea of the thought process behind when I build a site. So stay tuned for the next video, and thanks for listening, and we'll take it a step further on how we actually get to the top page of Google and position the product. All right, until the next video, thanks for listening again.